I got to get back to studying, so thus I'm going to make this video short and sweet. Take notes, pay attention, and most importantly, read between the lines. Here we go. On Thursday, the most powerful people in finance gather at Jackson Hole. For 48 years, that symposium has been about interest rates. This year's theme has never been used before. Financial innovation. Implications for payments and policy. The last two times the Fed picked a theme like that, it turned out to be a warning. In 1985, they chose the dollar, and 4 weeks later, the Treasury Secretary walked into the Plaza Hotel and cut a deal to devalue it. In 2007, the theme was housing finance. Within a year, the subprime market had collapsed and taken the world with it. The moment Jackson Hole ends, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent hosts the G20 finance ministers in Asheville. Their published agenda. Okay, that's about it. But again, financial innovation is the topic, right? At this particular symposium, Jackson Hole, that's where the 1%, right, of the world essentially meet up, and they speak about what's going on throughout the financial markets and how to make the economies thrive, right, on a global basis. Now, again, with that being said, it's usually about interest rates. Why is that? Because wherever interest rates currently stand, that determines a lot about the economy and its inner workings, right? Obviously, if interest rates are high, then it's more expensive to borrow money. Though that higher expense causes businesses to remain stagnant, right? Or to struggle throughout the process, right? Because everything is higher, in particular to borrow money to fund the business, right? Here's where we get into your capital expenditures and things of the like. But again, with that being said, when the topic at hand is not interest rates, which it usually is, we'll see, right? And this year in particular, by no means is this a prediction, but this year in particular, we've had a pullback or two, but it's literally been like this, right? So the VIX has been at a low for quite some time. We'll see if that continues. Heavy on the investments.